attention. Congratulations, Shaq. Great job. And I think Shaq's team might be in position to leave everybody in the dust. Maybe. We shall see. Mario's presentation yesterday was amazing, and one of the things that I was impressed with, Warren, was the fact that every Monday night at 11 p.m., Mario Munoz does a drill for skill training. Guess how long it lasts? He says till 2 a.m., sometimes 3, and then at 3 o'clock, at 2 a.m., after they're finished, some of them go to Denny's for breakfast. He said, wait a second. I said, what time did that drill for skills start? He said 11 p.m.
Wow.
I said, when did it end? He said 2, sometimes 3 a.m. I said, how many people come to this drill for skill? He says, we have about 80 people there. They come back the next night, do an op meeting on Tuesday. Then they get the new people that are interested in getting started. Then they come back and do an accountability meeting, and they end up around 10:30, 11, and then at 11 o'clock they do it all over again. Unusual dedication, unusual commitment, unusual work ethic is the only way to get unusual results. Would you agree?
Yes.
Now the reason I bring up this point is because, not that it matters, it's 1:20. We have some promotions to do. We're going to hear from Warren right now, and then we're going to hear from Mario Munoz, the #1 RVP on the planet.
Wow.
But we paid for the room till 4. Now I don't know how long we're going. And if you got somewhere really important to be, can't stay after 2 or 2:30, hasta la vista, good to see you. But Mario might still be going. I don't know when he's going to stop. All I know is my butt is going to be sitting right there taking notes. Why? We're winning. I like winning. We want to win more. Anybody else want to win more?
Yeah.
I got nowhere else to be. Except when I leave here, I'm going to go on the country club pool. You know what I mean? It's just going to be back to the dream. But now I live that every day, so this is like unusual to be working so hard. So anyway, I want to bring up a leader who started his life in poverty in the inner city of Baltimore and was raised by a good mom. And he dug his way out of poverty. It initially happened through sports, and he started playing football, and then he went on to the University of Maryland and became an All-American and got drafted and went into the National Football League. And did some great things at that highest of high levels, right? But when I think of this man, I don't think about Warren Powers, the athlete. I think about Warren Powers, the man. Because if anybody really knows him, he knows that he's just not an athlete. He's not a good business leader. He's a good man. He's a godly man. He's a family man. You talk about somebody who loves his family, loves his wife, loves what's good and what's right and what's moral, it's Warren Powers. And this is his first meeting with our hierarchy plugging in. They're up in Baltimore. They were going to their meetings in New York. And we got to speaking a few weeks ago about, man, maybe just pooling our talent and coming together and just building something monumental, doing something historic. So it is with great privilege and honor that we have a man like this, a leader like this, a person like this, to be joining us in strength and unity and power and in common accord and just raising the level of competition and leadership in our environment. So to share with a couple of words of wisdom and a couple of thoughts and a couple of ideas, please help me welcome up the great Warren Powers!
Good afternoon, everybody. All right, guys, first of all, I'm going to be quick because I want to get Mario up here, man. I love Mario, man, years ago when I close out the brief part that I'm going to talk today, because I wanted to get the time, save the time for him. But I'll tell you about how Mario touched my life, and maybe he doesn't even know it yet. But first of all, I thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, without him, none of my past successful could be possible. Secondly, my wife, David, she couldn't be here. Bruce, Christian, I love you guys, man. You guys have always been monumental in my life. Great leaders in Prime America. Shaq, great, man. We just got to give it up for all the leaders in the school. I don't even know the name of them. I have so many leaders on my team that I don't have time to recognize some of them move forward. So I'm going to recognize them all at one time. Every leader on our team, we have one for one time. So just 1 minute to recognize them. One Nation stand tall. World's last championship team. Everybody gets the ring. For the world's last championship team. Everybody gets the ring. I am. Because we are. Because we are. I am. With them. With them. With them. All right, guys. Let's get started into real quick. I just want to talk about environment. I want to talk about environment because that's what Christian and Bruce asked me to speak about in about 8 minutes I got here. Just talk about environment. And environment is everything. That's why we plugged in. We were in a great environment, but we wanted to get in an environment where we can get back in there and really knuckle it out. And I'm telling you today, how many guys' butts are burning from being in here today? I mean, if you're a competitor and you put a competitor in a competitive environment, man, it's awesome. That's what you fight for. You have no idea how privileged you are to be invited into an environment like this, because this is what brings the best out of you. And I'm so excited to listen to Mario talk. And one thing I know about the environment, from playing in the NFL and from getting in Prime America and moving up in Prime America, is that number one, it always starts with leadership. Leadership are your coaches. We got great coaches, Christian, Bruce, Shaq, all these guys in here, Munoz coming in. So many other RVPs in here. So you got to have great coaches to create the environment, because leadership is everything. John Maxwell said everything rises and falls on leadership. So it doesn't matter if you put 1,000 people in a room. If there's no leadership there, there's going to be chaos. Okay, so we got great leaders, so we don't have to worry about that. Then you want to build a team, and that's what I want to talk about, is like stepping up. We're looking, Bruce and Christian, I was talking about who's going to step up. I know right now my butt is burning. I want to step up so bad. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready not step up in this environment, but in the company. To just totally compete, as Mario talked about, 2016, building it for that, and growing it, and getting in the convention. So the first thing, it starts out with tryouts. See, some of you guys are here today, you're just trying out for the team. You're never going to be back at another event again. Because you're going to leave out of here and somebody's going to say something to you, going to make you quit. Somebody's going to rob you, not with a gun, but with your mind, and take your dreams from you. As soon as you leave out, it's stick up. It was a pyramid you sat in. That was a scheme. Give me your goals, give me your dreams. They're going to pat you down and rob you. You'll never make the team. You cut before you even get started. Right? So for you today, enjoy the moment. Right? Carpe diem. Seize the moment, and I would say for you, enjoy the moment, because it's all it's going to be for you. Anybody can get excited, say you put music on, a horse will start dancing around. Anybody can get emotional, excited. But then we got the other players, the other people here on the team. So we got people, every year in the NFL, people try out, they leave, they get out of the church. Some guys walked out the middle of the night because it was too tough. They didn't wait for the Grim Reaper to call, what's called, not going to do it in the country. They just walked out of camp. In college, they have a high school always. The guys just went the uniform and the jacket, and all of a sudden they gone, right? And then you got the backups. Those are the guys that show up to every meeting, but they don't get recognized. They just on a team, you're the third string. So if you're here, you can move up. And that's not a knock against you. That's me. I mean, I came in here, man. I told them I don't want none of the plaques I got today. Those are backup plaques. You know, I heard this thing, and I say this real quickly. Say, knock, knock. What you supposed to say? Yeah. Number two. Exactly. Number 5, we were. Knock, knock. Who's there, One Nation? Knock, knock. Number 5. Nobody knows who number 5 is. It's always recognition was for the last 2 months, not the next 2 months. That's the good news. Then you got the players. The players, they show up all the time, and you know, they start. Those are the ones you see going across the stage, they call players. They start. They're the starting lineup. Everybody starts to know their name. See, I couldn't wait to be a starter. I came in as a backup in the NFL. I came in, and then I worked. What do I need to do to get the starting lineup? You can't be in an environment with competitors and not want to move up. If you're sleepy, it ain't in you. Wow. If it's in you, environments like this will bring it out of you. I never want to be happy just to be in the environment. Bruce always taught me when I first met, what are you going to bring to the table? I want to bring, One Nation, we're going to bring something to the table in here. And we're excited about that. So that's the players. And then what Chris and Bruce was talking about, we want to create the players, the all-pros, the all-star team. Man, that's a whole nother level. So see, I can play with Denver, somebody else can play with the Rams or some other team, but they get together, they take the best of the best, and they invite it to the Pro Bowl. So in August, when we do our meeting in August, we're going to see who's going to get invited to be on the all-pro team. We're looking for who's going to step up and emerge to be the next leaders out of this room. Who got it in them? Who got what it takes? Who's just chatting, and who's really going to leave out of the day and go to work? Who's really willing to go to training camp and be uncomfortable to get in an environment like that? See, a lot of people coming in, you can tell people don't understand competition. They come in, they look at the balloons, they look at the music, what is all this about? You don't understand. This is about winning. Not about the rah-rah, it's about winning. Whatever the environment is, when I first got to the NFL, coming out of college training, I said, man, it's going to be a beautiful place to go into for training camp. Went to a place called Greeley, Colorado, where it was cow manure. You smelled every day. It stank. It was funky. We stayed in dorm rooms. We pro ball players making millions. But they said, this is the environment you need to be in order to grow. Wow. So I accepted the environment. I immersed in the environment. I walked into Primerica. I wasn't used to people throwing balloons around and all that crap. But if it's winners there, if this is competition, you so focus on the small things that you miss the big things. So it doesn't matter if we throw a balloon. It doesn't matter if somebody do cartwheels, line dance, whatever. Can I win? Can I get the ring? Can I get $1 million? Can I get free? Can I get out of poverty? I will dance then. Whatever it takes to win. Guys, who want to step up? RVPs have been around for a while. Do you still got any fight left in you? Who's going to step up? Wow. Who's going to step up when they leave out of here today? It doesn't matter if it's a great event. It's what you do. No need to hear what you say, my coaches say, because what you do speaks so well. Wow. We got to go. I'm excited, and I'm going to end it on this, guys. Listen. Wow. If you're here today, and you might say, well, I don't know if I can compete. You can be a little intimidated. You might say, I don't know if I can get after this thing. I don't know if I can be as good as Mario. I don't know if I can be as good as Christian or Bruce or some of the leaders that walk the stage. I don't know. I don't have the credentials. I don't come from that background. It doesn't matter. See, guys, here's the thing I know. They offered me a scholarship to the University of Maryland. The only reason they offered me that scholarship was because the other All-American players that they were trying to get coming out of high school had turned them down. And then after I signed, 2 weeks later, they changed their mind and 2 Adidas All-Americans signed, defensive linemen. So when I came into camp, I was like in the back of the line. They gave these guys all the attention. They were the ones walking across the stage. They was the ones getting all the recognition, all the plaques, being number one. They were the ones. But they didn't know what I had inside of me, though. They didn't know what reason why I was fighting. They didn't know that I was here fighting for a cause to get my mom out of debt, to get out of poverty. They had no idea. And they messed up. They messed up when they let me in. And I'm telling you right now, you're in. You got it right now, it doesn't matter. Before long, I had beat all those guys out. Before long, I was the starter. Before long, I was the highest player coming out of there getting drafted in a 10-year period. It doesn't matter what nobody think you are. Who are you? When you wake up tomorrow morning, you look in your face, who are you? Right now, you got to tell you, listen, it doesn't matter. You say, I'm a starter. Don't identify yourself as a backup. You can say right now, I'm an all-pro. See, it's who you think you are, who you believe you are. It has nothing to do with what somebody called you. Who are you? I've been called a lot of names. Thank God I didn't believe it. Wow. Where would I be right now? I'd be broke, poverty, living on 2200 block of West Baltimore Street. Broke. Talking about how the man got me down. But my mom looked in my face and she told me, you can do all things through Christ. She also told me that my coach, high school coach, said, look me in the face, Warren, and repeat after me and say that I am somebody. My mind is like a pearl. I could beat anybody in the world. Just believe. And I was dumb enough to believe it. And I brought up playing in the Super Bowl. I was dumb enough to believe when I walked in the room when they was throwing balloons around that I could beat anybody on that stage if they show me what they're doing. See, guys, you got to make a decision today that you're going to leave out of this place and you're going to go to work. And Munoz, this is my last name. Listen, when I came out to California years ago, Munoz, you touched my life. You don't even understand, man. I was beat up. I was in Primerica. I was making about $105,000. I was struggling. I went out to California. But inside me, I know who I was. You guys understand it? But if you're not in an environment like this environment is fertilization. It helps you grow. You don't understand. You taking somebody's environment, man. Where else you going to go and be around competitive people like this? Who else do you know is talking about thinking like that? Everybody you go home, you're going to walk into an environment, everybody's going to be talking broke. No one's going to be talking about doing something great. I went in there, I felt a little bad because I walked in there and everybody started introducing themselves. And then Munoz walked over to me. I'll never forget this, Munoz. He walked over and he said, hey, I'm Mario Munoz. And I'm sitting in the back of the room kind of like embarrassed now. Anybody feel bad when you walk in a meeting? You ever go to a convention, you ever go to a Primerica trip and you don't feel good about because your numbers are not there? You didn't get the recognition? I'm sitting in the meeting, I'm like, I flew all the way out to California, coach class, because I got on the last seat, Neil told me to come. I'm sitting between two people, my knees cracked, I'm aching. And I get you to the meeting, and I'm just sitting in the back of the room. Munoz walked up to me, and he said, I'm Mario Munoz, and he was like, man, and they told me, they said, that guy's making 127. He was a regional leader, I was an RVP. I was at 105, he was at 127. And as soon as he told me who he was, they said, yeah, this Neil said he's making 127 as an RL. And I'm like, what level are you? RVP. Right? You know what? Munoz he shook my hand. Munoz, you put your arm around me. You know what you said to me, Munoz? You said, bro, we're going to do this together. You know, I don't know if you remember telling me, you said, we're going to do this together, man. Let's do this together. You know, we're going to do it together, man. Right? We're going to do this together. I'm like, oh, you're my teammate. I'm telling you, Munoz, that from that moment when you said that, I never, because I always felt the sincerity when you said that. And I'm telling you right now, in this room, guys, we're going to do this together. We're going to build big base shops. We're going to build big RVPs. We're going to dominate together. God bless. See you every time. Guys, real quick, I want to do special recognition. When you come to this business, I'm so excited. I got both of my sons here today. And they wanted to come. One of my sons just joined the business. He's going to get licensed. He's still in college. He's a freshman in college. But he said, he asked me to join the business. And what a business where they see you fight and they want to do what you do. Isn't that exciting, guys? So I'm very blessed to be in this business.